Thank you for your interest in the new and improved CRM Rules 2013. CRM Rules is a managed solution that turns the most expensive customization tasks into an affordable configuration reality. With over 60 possible actions and 9 different rule types, administrators can now modify form behavior as easily as creating a new field. This video guide is intended to get you configuring your system within minutes. Once you download the CRM Rules solution file, import into your CRM system where you are going to create the rules. We do that by going into your settings, customizations, solutions, import, you browse and select where the solution is downloaded. Click next, next. Next. Very important that you enable this message here for any messaging processing steps. Very important. This next step may take between 3 to 5 minutes, and please don't interrupt it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to restart it again, and we don't want to do that. So. Once the solution has completed the installation, you will receive a notification advising that fact. Close. The next part is very important. Either exit your CRM or F5 to refresh. If you don't do that, then you may have some error messages. So that's the most important part. So now we begin with the setup. Whenever you install or upgrade CRM rules, you need to run a special job to finish the setup. From the Settings tab, click on the Deployment History. On the far right, you'll see on the buttons, you'll see that CRM rules is going over to the right, so not to interfere with your regular, normal admin buttons. So click on the Deployment History. And you'll see that it's empty. So we need to make a new. At this moment, we need to install the required records. So leave the entity on the deployment type. We click Install Required Records, and we name it IE Install. And save. All our CRM rules plugins will now collect all the entities that you have in your CRM organization. If we click on deployment history again, we will see that we're waiting here for the status to change to success. And we refresh on the far right. Okay, here we have success showing. So now we're getting ready. Whenever we work with an entity for the first time, the metadata, e.g. fields, view, options, sets, etc., has to be made available to the CRM rules engines. So right now we're going to set up the account entity. Settings, scroll over to the right, entities. So right now we're going to deal solely with account, so we open up account. we create an update, tell us that, okay, we're good. To verify the account metadata, we go settings, deployment history, and you will see that they are building the information that we require. There should be 19 entities for the create, update, deployment of the account entity. We keep refreshing until they all say success. We are now ready to create our rule definition. To create a new rule definition, we go back into settings, to the right, to rule definition, enter, choose new. This is the basic new form field that we will be working in. So the first we need to do is enter a rule name that will allow you to identify the rule for later. For example, the rule that we are making today is required state when city has a value. And the entity is accounts. First we start, secondly we do the if condition, and we are looking for if city field has a value. Address 1 city contains data. Then action would be to set required field. Set required address 1 state province account. Else set not required. Set not required address 1 state province. Specify when to run. We have automatically programmed that on change, on load. We save the new rule. And now we're ready to validate, which we do right here. That's going through and checking and make sure that everything is working correctly, that everything makes sense to the system, and it'd come up and tell you if it didn't. And then we deploy it, and we have a message which is correct. We can also check into the deployment history one more time. Says validation, success, deploy for account, success, no error messages. So we should be perfectly able to go in to see what we've done. We go back to the CRM key, sales, go to the drop down box, accounts, we just use Alpine Ski House as an example. If we click on the address, we see already that there's an asterisk on the state province, which means that we've done it correctly. And in city, it comes up. If we remove the city address and we tab, the state province goes away, which means that we've done it correctly. If I add in here, as example, Santa Cruz, and I hit tab, the asterisk comes up, meaning that it's mandatory, which means that you have successfully created your first rule. Hope this was a big help, and we will put some more examples up very, very shortly. Thank you again for your interest in CRM rules.